Worst gift you've given or received? I know the worst I gave.
I don't know.
For legal reasons, I didn't give that. The second time I had my testicles reduced, I had that. I had like a cherry.
We've landed here again.
Just going to put the before and after on the screen.
Yeah. I had like the cherry, the sort of cherry one of those anaesthetics where you are kind of going like...
It's just a vape.
Yeah.
Sorry, Luke, you're going to have to take that out.
We do know how people get at football, don't we? It's so funny.
Sometimes the joke's just there, isn't it?
You've got to do it, mate.
You have to cut that out?
Probably not, fuck it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to then say, hey, man, it's not all right.
When I say it, can you go cut to 10 and laughing, please?
Hey, man, that's not okay.
Hello and welcome to the Knockabout podcast. We are a football podcast with a bit of a change this week, actually. A Christmas special football podcast is what we are. Yeah. All brought to you by Le Bon, the app where you can bet against your mates.
Absolutely. We don't take things too seriously here on the Knockabout, but there is plenty to delve into from the past week of Premier League football and much more, of course. And I will shortly be dishing out these very festive
headbands. You've gone big, you've gone proper festive.
I had to. I actually am not a big... Come on, you have...
I'll do it now. You're not a big festive person.
I'm really not.
Are you not?
At all.
I can see that, actually.
Yeah,
a bit of a Scrooge.
I'm a massive, crank. I really just don't like it. So I thought, why not... try and get into the festive spirit.
Why are you not a Christmas fan? What's wrong, Saz?
I don't know if it's because I'm so very, very neurodivergent that
it just scares you every day.
I just don't like it's sensory things. So certain sounds, certain things, and just being...
I'm going to take these off because we're literally wobbling in front of you.
No, actually, I like that. It's soothing. I'm soothing myself. No, it's like... there's so many people around everywhere, and listen, they are just enjoying themselves, so I can't begrudge them that. Sure. But for me, inside, I'm like, I do seem to. Maybe.
What do you do for Christmas Day? Is it big family do, or are you just on your own?
Sit in my
throw snowballs at kids now.
Yellow snowballs. No, I'm going actually to see my nana, which will be very nice. My nana, my mum, and my sisters. So that will be wholesome. Yeah. But other than that, I'm an absolute crank.
And you've just had a Christmas Day, Ted.
Ted's
croaking his way through this one.
I'm really struggling. It's funny because we were actually recording a couple of things back to back today. Yeah. And it's going to be so obvious we did them on the same day because my voice will still be...
God, Ted's had a really hoarse voice for a month and a half. What the hell's going on?
We had our family Christmas and there's quite a lot of us. And it just was... And then, to be fair, it was then also my fault because I decided afterwards to go and meet my friend John for some reason at midnight. And I don't know why I did that, except I was in quite a good mood and listening to Dancing Through Life from Wicked.
Can I just say, meeting John at midnight feels like a euphemism. What have you been up to? I've just met John at midnight, so
actually, that feels like something said around like a sort of code for Soho or something.
Yeah, absolutely, a little bit broke back, like meeting John at midnight.
We were talking about this before the podcast, and I know you don't drink anymore sober, but there's a certain type of drunk I get on wine that I only ever really have wine at Christmas. I don't have wine really, or maybe if I go to a fancy restaurant I'll have a glass, but I only drink wine at Christmas really. The rest of the year it's and I always forget what it does to me.
Yeah.
And I'm chatting such nonsense. And I'm really, really Googling quite a lot of pointless statistics.
I've got a few friends like this where white wine almost has a like a drug effect on people, where they just turn into a completely different people than any other drink does, sort of thing. I drink white wine through the year. I'll quite often just have a glass of white wine with my tea. Yeah.
White wine
before I go to a
gig.
Red
wine's the one that,
Red wine.
My wife always laughs at me. I'll sit down for like a family meal.
Yeah.
She's like, even a white wine? I'm like, yeah. She's like, aren't you leaving for work in a minute? I'm like, yeah, fuck it.
I got, this is what everyone was saying at our friends' party, which was the Thursday. So I had 2 in a row, big Christmas drinking this.
And you really can't tell, honestly,
struggling. And then for some reason we stayed up and watched. Have you seen the film In Time?
Yes. I have.
Oh man, that's
it's very confusing.
Awful movie.
Yeah, and it's a lot.
Is that Justin Timberlake? Yeah. So me and my friend went to see that at the cinema. We agreed it was the worst film we'd ever watched, and then 3 weeks later we went and watched it again to confirm it was the worst film we'd ever watched. Just because it was one of those where did that really happen? We kept talking about it, going, That was so shit. Was it definitely like that?
There's two funny things about it. Is my flatmate and I are obsessed with the sort of post-Matrix attempts to make the Matrix again.
Yeah, sure.
So Equilibrium is a great film. I highly recommend anyone listening because they try to do the Matrix attacks and they've come up with their own version of karate.
Lucas is a fan, I think.
Oh, Equilibrium.
Equilibrium with Christian Bale.
Yeah,
Banging movie.
yeah. But you know the thing about the fighting style in that.
Right.
It's called gun kata. And it's this they developed a form of karate specifically for the movie because they thought it was going to be such a big franchise in the way like we all love to play with lightsabers and stuff. Everyone would be doing gun kata in the streets.
Oh my gosh.
They wanted to do lightsaber.
Yeah.
Who was the woman in Time? I can't remember who the
It's
female.
Amanda Seyfried.
Oh, that was it.
I
Yes.
love her.
Yes, she is.
I believe she has the word minge tattooed on her foot. I honestly, so
Can we Google this?
She's the one
Don't
from.
Google Amanda Seyfried minge.
Yeah,
Don't
I mean,
Google
Minge
that.
Minge foot's not great
yeah.
either.
Tattoo. Let's go with
Foot tattoo.
Yeah.
Amanda Seyfried, foot tattoo.
So if I remember
Seyfried.
correctly, this is going back a long time when like Mamma Mia movie days, like when the first one came out. I'm sure she found the word minge because obviously it's very there we go.
No.
Yeah.
And it's like in really nice writing on
So
her foot.
she'd heard the word minge
minge.
in England
Minge,
because
yeah.
obviously England, the word minge is, very English.
Yeah.
And
She's
she
so
was like,
beautiful with
love
that
the
on her
word.
foot.
And I just, it makes me kind of like her even more.
That's hilarious.
One, that's fantastic, and two, she has been on the like her even more. Her press tour for she's just in this film called The Housekeeper or The Housemaid. I haven't watched it, but Sydney Sweeney's in it, who sort of feels like her Wario in a way. And they're sort of doing this press tour together. And everyone normally when they do a press tour, they're like, it was such an incredible experience or whatever. And they talk about the role that they put it, And every single, they're like, I went to deep place to create this character. All she's chatting about is how great communism is.
Oh my God.
She's just been like, we need a redistribution of wealth big time.
That's
right
really
now.
funny.
Amanda
'cause-
Seyfried.
Yeah.
That's
What
really
queen?
funny because Sydney Sweeney is very much going
Yeah,
down
yeah.
the Republican
Yeah.
route, isn't she?
There's-
She's
Right,
very
so
much
good.
cancel culture right now.
Where are you at, Sarah, with Christmas shopping? Where are you up to with your Christmas shops?
I
No, she's
got.
done it.
Yeah, well, you boxed off.
That's
yeah.
it.
Got the
Are you,
little woggle
are
things
you
on
not
her head.
impressed?
Yeah.
No, I'm not finished. I'm not going to lie. I did get my older sister a really nice gift because she is the one that's always really thoughtful in her gifts with all of us. Like
Oh,
she
right,
really
fair
puts a
enough.
lot
Yeah,
of time and effort into it. So I thought I got her a really nice gift. I've got something for my mum. The rest is TBC.
So my wife does all of our Christmas shopping.
That makes
for
sense.
everyone.
My wife.
My wife, and
Who's that?
What's that?
What's that from?
From Borat.
But never heard of it.
No, that's
Never heard of it.
So she does it for everyone. Now the issue with this is the only person I shop for is my wife.
Yeah.
So she sees everything coming from Amazon all through the year as her domain. She's
Right.
opened all of her Christmas presents already because she was like, "Oh, this one had your name on. I didn't see," because she's just getting like 5 presents a day opening
Yeah.
them.
Love that.
So she knows exactly what she's getting.
Does that mean she will want more on Christmas Day?
Well, today I was like, "What are you doing today?" And she was like, "Oh, I need to go to town and get some sacks because your present doesn't fit in your stocking or something." I was like, "How much fucking stuff have you bought? Like, I
You
don't
get a
need
stocking?
any." Well, she brought.
She goes big on
Here's the
Christmas.
thing: when you get married to someone, you have to do an amalgamation of both of your Christmas traditions.
Yes.
And I couldn't give a shit about Christmas, so we just do all of her
That's
Christmas
like
traditions.
my mum. That
Yeah.
my dad every Christmas remembers that he's religious.
Yes.
Which he isn't for the rest of the year. And then we'll insist we go and see the nativity at the local
Okay, yeah,
thing,
yeah. So
which-
your mum just has to deal
and my
with
mum
it.
is just absolutely fused. Well, my mum, quite understandably as well, and I love my dad. But
Good.
what happens, and I don't know if this is, I think this is a common feature of dads in general, Pete, not just looking at you.
Sure, yeah.
Is what will happen is that and unfortunately I do fall into this category as well, is that my mum will be left to do everything about Christmas, despite my dad professing that he loves it so much. And what he really loves is that he can have a Guinness at 11.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
and at 11 a.m.
So
just be
I
like,
would push back on that a little bit in the sense that I will cook Christmas dinner.
Yes.
Nice.
Yesterday I cooked the Christmas gravy. I made my own gravy and I froze it.
Amazing.
I also tell my wife when she complains about the fact that she's doing all the Christmas shopping that she doesn't know who our mortgage is with, what day it comes out, anything to do with the bill. You know what I mean? I deal with stuff a lot for the rest of the year. That's my argument. She
can take Christmas.
Her argument with that is, but once you've set that up, you don't have to think about it for 5 years. Whereas I have to think about this the whole. So there's pros and cons. You know what I mean? It goes both ways a little bit.
That's a marriage, isn't it? For you there, Pete. You see.
Where are you at, Ted, with Christmas shopping? I can't imagine you do loads.
No, I do quite a lot of things that are virtual gifts now.
Okay.
Because what that means is I don't have to go to the shop because I forget to buy things.
What's a virtual gift, mate?
Well,
Talk me through it.
Yeah, it's like tickets to something.
I thought you were going to go, I was going to punch you, but I've decided not to. Merry Christmas.
No, I'll be like, I'll buy online, I'll get tickets, or I'll get like some random...
Literally Christmas Eve,
literally
11 p.m.
11 p.m. going, okay, what can I buy? I mean, I just remember the funny
cameos from Nigel Farage.
I was just going to say Nigel Farage.
I actually, cameos are quite hard because you need to give enough time for them to do it.
Of course,
I got my brother a cameo from there's a Canadian rapper called Uncle Adams, who's not really active anymore, but he was a freestyle motivational rapper from Regina, Saskatchewan, who got banned by the school district of Regina, Saskatchewan, and then committed credit fraud on camera.
Wow.
And I got a cameo from him for my brother once. And it was because it cost me 23 quid.
23 quid.
I was like, this is the best money I've ever spent.
It's the most niche gift that I've
ever... so proud of that. My mum, so it just reminds me just how little my mum really cares and loves Christmas. My mum was great and she does lots of things, but the funny thing she did do once was she got my dad a book for Christmas that he had been reading in bed next to me.
No! Accidentally, was it like accidental?
And because my dad is, and again, I love him, a dick. He was just like, oh, I can't believe you done that. Oh, I can't believe you done that. Wouldn't stop going. And Mum's like, I literally have cooked everything in this house.
Well, because my wife puts such thought and stuff into, like, I find it really hard to buy for my wife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She once forgot Father's Day, and it was the best Father's Day gift she could have ever given me.
You don't want
because it was my excuse to forget.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? I was like, well, I'm off the hook. It's fine. We're done. Boxed off. 1 all. Absolutely fine. Yeah, it was the best thing ever.
What's the worst gift you've ever got someone?
Not got someone. I've had a bad. My mum. It's quite funny. My mum was once asking. My mum likes to know what to get me. She goes, "Oh, what can I get you?" I didn't know one year, so I didn't tell her anything. And then she basically just threw a cheese board at me on Christmas Day and was like, "Well, you didn't tell me what you wanted, did you?" She also once got me a pineapple for my birthday.
Is there context?
No context. No, not all. Just a woman who'd bought a pineapple for her son.
Did you wrap it up?
No, it was sort of in a party bag. You know those bags that you put things in? There was a couple of other things in there as well, but just sticking out the top was a huge pineapple. I was like, Mum, what's going on? And she was like, yeah. This is a woman whose favourite food is quiche, though, so I think you can't trust her, can you?
Never,
do you know what I mean?
Never trust someone. Of all the foods?
Out of all the foods in the world, cold egg in a flan.
Nah, I'm not having it.
Worst gift you've given or received? I know the worst I gave.
I don't know.
For legal reasons, I didn't give that.
I can't. Do you know what? I'd like to think. I'd probably say the worst gift I've given is like your wife's forgetting.
Yeah.
Like
it's a great gift. That
it is, and sometimes it's just I just can't really be bothered. It's like, you know, if I love someone, I love them. They don't need a gift.
Yeah, she bloody is.
Do you know what I mean?
Richard Curtis, eat your heart out. Eh?
That's it. It's like, you know, you don't need.
I'm joking, but I actually feel quite strongly about that.
Yeah.
I would be happy with me and my wife not buying each other anything.
It's stressful.
If I need anything, I'll buy it. I've got money.
100%.
And we're fine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
we do our friend's Secret Santa. Which I quite like.
That's
it's quite
better.
sweet.
It's easier.
It's easier, and it's also 15 quid limit. It's not that bad.
Perfect.
Or I think it was 20. I will say I went. I think it's between 50 and 30. So which I prefer in that you can spend a bit more if you find the right thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. But you
be.
don't have to be. So I got quite good. I did well this year. Last year, I got my friend Sarah. We love Troye Sivan, and we'd seen him live that year. So I got her Troye Sivan's album, Something to Give Each Other, on vinyl. Brilliant album, beautiful.
That's a nice gift.
Didn't turn up.
No.
And this is, again, completely my fault because I'd ordered it to the wrong place and then I didn't go. Anyway,
I've done that recently.
And then it was at the Kingston record shop, and I just left it there for a year, and I just never collected it, and then I sort of forgot about it, and then I called them and they were like, oh yeah, well, we've just that's not there anymore.
Yeah,
So I was like, oh God. Yeah. So I've had to reorder it this Christmas because everyone was like, we've all got a bone to pick with you. You didn't actually do your Secret Santa last.
So they're making you go through it.
So this fucking vinyl, because I did it with 1 day delivery, but then it didn't even come because that was actually 1 day from it being shipped. This fucking one present last year has cost me £60 now.
Oh my God, and it's taken 12 months.
I would say it's your own fault though, Ted. I would say
I once got my brother tickets for a gig in a city he didn't live in, and it was actually 6 hours away from on a train because I didn't look up where he was staying. He was on his year abroad in Italy, and I just didn't look how far away Rome was to that. And he was like,
I know the most impersonal present I've had. I've had a text through from JD Sports saying you've been bought a voucher.
Love that.
That's like, it's not shit because actually it's quite a good present. Like, you know what I mean? I'll go and buy some trainers, but it's the most impersonal thing I've been bought, without a doubt. Right, Ted, I feel like we've heard about your ribs for 2 weeks, but we've not actually found out what's happened.
Oh yeah.
How did you actually get injured?
So I jumped over the back of a chair on a Ryanair flight to grab my wallet because I didn't want to go back through the long queue, and I'd had a couple of beers. And I jumped and I just hurt it. And then slowly over the week, it became incredibly painful. And I left the pub on Wednesday. And I was like, well, I can't walk anywhere. So I just sort of sat down in the street in a bit of a huff. And then I called 111 NHS. And they were like, yeah, you got to go in. Anyway, Wednesday was also the first day of the doctor's strikes.
Oh, you timed that well.
Timed it perfectly.
So you had 3 days to go and you just didn't go?
Well, more than 3 days, really. I had 4 days to go, and I chose literally the first day of the doctor's strikes.
Amazing.
For 6 hours with the guy. A&E is a brilliant place. I think, because GP surgeries, to me, are sort of the most disgusting place in the world. Because there's always the oldest man in the world.
Yeah.
There's always who's single-handedly coughing us back into a pandemic. 100%. There's always like a child who's got an iPad, and you don't know if it's a game or a film. Yeah. But it seems too loud to be a film, but like he's touching it too much for it.
God, I know that feeling.
Yeah. So, whereas A&E is actually just quite funny because yes, there are people in quite bad circumstances, but quite a lot of them are either olds who are a bit, oh God, I think something's happened, or like lads who've just stacked it.
Yeah.
Like it's just so many boys who'd had a big night out. And there's this one lad who just had full on stacked it, and he kept me like, man, I had such a good night. And there was one old codger who kept diagnosing people. There's this poor girl, and bless her, she was clearly really drunk and sad, and she'd got, her nose was all bloody. I don't think she's going, oh God, I've broken my nose. And this guy went, no, you haven't. And she was like, I think I have. He's like, no, you haven't. That's not crooked. No, you haven't. And then later, someone went, oh, and then she said, oh, the doctor told me I broke my nose. He went, well, I don't know, do I? I'm not a doctor. Why have you got involved at all? You don't know each other. So I am fine, but I have been given opioids.
Oh, wonderful.
And I have slightly refused to take them.
Which ones are we talking? What are we talking?
Heavy?
Dihydrocodeine.
Oh, right, okay.
But I refuse to take them because I watched Dope Sick 2 years ago. And it scares.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
It's great, but it's one of those. He's my impression of Michael Keaton in Dope Sick.
Right. Okay.
It's
so you're going to get addicted.
I know I would.
I've had morphine on a few occasions.
You love morphine.
Twice, and it was the best thing that's ever happened.
You're telling me about your mate you in a...
Yeah, so I was once on a ward where I'd had an ankle operation, and there was a guy in the next bed to me who had one of those huge cages on his legs, you know, where something's obviously really gone fucking wrong. And he had morphine on tap, right? And it beeps every time you press the button. So he'd be like, beep, 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 beep. And then he'd be sick, right? And then the nurses would come over and they'd be like, just go easy, all right? And then they'd walk away. Literally, as they're walking away, like, beep.
I'll tell you what, mate. If you want something a bit of a step up,
right. A step up from morphine. Just going straight heroin.
Straight to the brown.
I had to have some injections in my spine once.
Oh, God.
And it was not happening. So they're like, we're going to put you on, you know what they give like pregnant women? Like the laughing.
Like a baby.
Laughing gas.
Laughing gas.
Oh, laughing gas.
Have you had it?
No.
Nah.
Yeah, I think I probably have actually.
I've had laughing gas.
I had my doctor putting a needle in my spine, and I was like, "Oh, should we go to the pub after this?" He's like, "No."
That's so.
I was off my head.
Pregnant women don't have laughing gas. That's like at the dentist, isn't it? Pregnant women have gas and air.
I think I had a
Is it not the same thing?
Is it?
I don't know.
I think it is.
When my wife was.
You feel shit-faced.
The second time I had my testicles reduced, I had that. I had like
we've
a cherry.
We've landed here again.
Just going to put the before and after on the screen.
Yeah. I had like the cherry, the sort of cherry one of those anesthetics where you are kind of going like
It's just a vape.
Yeah.
vape the not
Just a
cold.
Lost Mary.
Nurse Sarah with a Lost Mary.
Yeah, I gave someone a puff on the Lost Mary once because they didn't have their vape, and they were like, "Fucking hell, I feel a bit lightheaded. How much nicotine's in that?
They're heavy.
20
though, aren't
mg,
they?
mate,
I know,
and they
I
don't do
know.
any less. Apparently, I don't.
No,
think.
they don't. I always go half of that.
I was at a
Horrible.
party yesterday, and you two are such vapors. I mean, it's just
I'm not,
unbelievable.
thank
You're
you
real
very much,
vapors.
mate. I'm not.
No, you've quit.
Yeah, I am.
Again.
I own it.
But
For the fifth time since we've been on this
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
no, it's so funny because Sarah, because I obviously there's quite a lot of photos of Sarah vaping. So it just happens quite a lot. And Sarah will be like, "Oh, you want a bit of a vape?" And people will be like, "No, I've quit." And then next week he'll tell me.
Yeah.
But you see those machines. So I love the type of vape that just looks like some shit from Dune or something. Where
Oh,
like you know the
yes.
huge thing, that
like a
goes-
brick.
like a brick with a button. Do you have one of those?
No, I've never really been into that. I just want the nicotine.
These are two things that I always think if you showed someone from the 90s where
Yeah.
we're living now, they would be like, oh my God, you are living in the future. Two things for me. Futuristic vapes, like the big...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that we've all got doorbells on subscription. If you told someone in the 90s
So
that you
true.
paid a monthly subscription for your doorbell, they would be like, what the fuck are you on about?
It's so
Just
true.
get your delivery a day later. It's not that big a deal. Like, it's
Yeah.
fine, isn't it?
Yeah, I think. But anyway, to wrap up, I'm fine. But in a way that's a little bit annoying, I wanted to have something a bit worse
Yes.
so that I could.
So they're not
complain.
broken
Yeah.
ribs.
They're like the bruised.
Bruised ribs.
Yeah.
And basically, it's just 6 weeks of pain.
Yeah.
But without getting like enough sympathy.
And at the Christmas dues, I was quite drunk, and so forgot my ribs hurt.
Yeah, sure.
Until I moved anywhere, and I'd be like, and everyone was like, "Well, you can't have it both ways. You can't be paid on drink. You know, you're like, fuck, I'll do what I
It's
fucking
just
want."
Christmas.
Just on the side, mate, I am moderately curious. Like, do they just get like a potato peeler to reduce your balls? I mean, how do you like? What do you do? Just like
Oh God!
use one of those like grabby things that you take the top off an egg.
I don't know, mate. I mean, I don't really remember because I was just a wee child. But I do think that what had happened to my testicles is that there had been a build-up of like fluid in them.
Oh gosh.
So-
Merry Christmas, everyone.
And
Jingle balls, jingle balls.
very different. And they cut it out basically. They just
Wow.
fired the fluid.
Wow.
I fired the fluid. I'm sure they
Oh
didn't
my
fire
gosh.
the fluid out.
Fired the fluid out.
But yeah. But anyway, what are you
Darts
going?
ball in the corner.
Horrible. But yeah. What else? Sarah's been in contact with our friend of the pod.
Oh, our
mate.
beloved
God,
Aurora
I love
Garley.
her. I love her so much.
She's the best person.
I want to
and
be mates. I'm like, how do I get more mates with this? How does that happen?
You'll have to
Yeah, I
start
know.
coming into
Comes to
watch
Everton
Everton.
Women's
I'm not going to
Although,
Everton.
no, I do think we should
worth that
all
much.
go and watch Everton Women together.
need to.
And she keeps asking me actually,
Yeah, let's
like
do
she
it.
says, like, oh, tell everyone they need to come to see me to watch. And she hasn't
Good
played yet.
accent, that.
Yeah, it's quite good.
I
actually.
saw her in like a
What?
Italia suit. She looks.
She's suave,
Here
yeah.
he is.
She's,
Here he is.
she's the
Banging. Yeah, yeah.
coolest person ever. But do you know
He's
what?
turned for a lesbian.
Yeah, who thought that would be what turned him?
Yeah. Listen, Aurora Garley. No, she's
The unattainable.
yeah.
He's what turned Lucas.
She's so happy being back training, and like I was laughing in the session because she's just chasing people around and they get very competitive. These small-sided games at the end of training, they get really competitive, and like the girls are like proper going in at each other, and Yaya's just chasing after people, pure laughing her head off, like
yeah.
big grin on her face. She's just loving, and I spoke to her after. I said I couldn't stop smiling and laughing at you because you're just so happy to be playing football again. And I just went up to her, and this is a little video from Finch last week.
More heavy than myself.
Bear with. Yeah. All I want for Christmas is
You.
So close.
What a legend.
Right.
Where's our celebration, by the way?
The biggest
She-
speaker in the world, by the way, coming into
Oh,
sort of right at the end.
it is, and let me tell you, like they have like
come out of
such
nowhere.
That's a JBL, by the way. We had one in Albania. They are banging.
But
Yeah,
other
it's a great
brands are
speaker.
available.
Yeah.
But
We're not the BBC.
They
No, they're not.
love
Welcome.
it, and there's so many different people and different music tastes in that squad. But no, she hasn't done the celebration, the thing yet because she hasn't come on yet.
played,
so it should be after Christmas. So I think our first game after Christmas is City away.
That is
which
your job.
But are you not wanting to? She's going to do it.
When is City away?
11th of Jan. Away, and it's basically where the Etihad is. They've got like a smaller stadium. It's a really nice stadium.
Oh, it's where they did quite a bit of the women's Euros.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's on site, isn't it? It's on the same site, yeah.
It's a good little stadium, actually. So if we do all find ourselves available for that, we'll go. I will be there because I'll be working it. But she hasn't forgotten, and she keeps letting me know that as well. So, Lucas, no going to see Concords that day, please,
Well,
mate.
it's actually we'll call him the assistant producer. It's Jack Bell's birthday, so.
Oh, Jack.
Right, should we have a look at the memes, Ted?
Yes. Right. So this is. Should we start with Sarah's?
So it's not so much a meme, but it's just basically Pep Guardiola saying something that made me laugh. So here it is.
Bernie is my weakness. So
He's flirty.
stop. But today, Bernie had to play better. Today, I'm not happy with Bernie.
It's so
It is my
bizarre.
weakness, my favorite one. But today, I'm not happy with him.
It's so flirtatious and
Flirty as hell.
like it reminds me of like the Princess Diana videos where she's like all like kind of you know what I mean? That's it. He's like
really like-
Such a good shout.
What's he
Bernie
saying? He's
is-
upset because Bernardo Silva
He's like-
played badly or something.
no, he said Bernie is my weakness, and he gives it the eyes, and then he's like, he played very well, but he can be better, so I'm not happy
He's
with
trying
him.
to neg at the end. He realises he's come on too strong.
That's what he's
Yeah.
doing. God,
But
negging.
I
What a
just-
fucking naughty term. Did you see his players had asked for the Sunday between Christmas and New Year off, and he'd said no?
Really?
Yeah. I just saw that today. Rotten.
He is
Give him his Christmas.
Yeah, I think now that they've kind of got themselves. I remember putting forward for a big debate topic earlier on in the season, like, have City already blown the title? And they have just done what City do.
Oh, it's so boring.
Quietly,
Yeah.
just back
Boring.
into it.
And now
no
they're
one
there.
notices them putting a run together because they're so used to them putting a
Yeah,
run
like
together.
City winning just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like Leeds, everyone's going, fuck, Leeds are winning.
Yeah, Leeds are
City
winning.
winning, everyone's going, oh, City are winning. Yeah, fine.
That's it. And so
they're
now
2 points off right now. Arsenal's.
Yeah, they were, and it's like he's gone from scratching his head off and everyone being really concerned to now flirting with Bernardo Silva. So those you can tell that they're
Call him
doing
Bernie.
well.
Bernie's
I
a
know.
weird nickname for Bernardo Silva.
Bernie, he's
Bernie.
my weak.
Oh,
it's-
my Bernie.
He's my
Oh.
weakness. Wow. Yeah. So that was mine.
Right, shall we have a little look at mine? Speaking of Leeds, mine one is an actual Leeds one. I was going to put together the goal map of Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Yes.
Because he's basically scored 5 goals and they've all been in a row in the Premier League. But I came up with this one. I saw this one on the way into the studio today. Leeds when they're playing at 8 p.m. kickoff at the Elland Road. What a team this is. So for anyone that's listening, not watching, this is the classic Spain team from
It's the
when was
World
it?
Cup
Xabi
final,
Alonso,
2010.
Iniesta.
2010, yeah.
It's the 2010. I think. God, he's got a chisel jaw.
God, what a team! By
Heck
the
of a
way.
team.
It's the best
Xavi,
international team.
Busquets, Alonso,
In my
Piqué.
opinion.
Okay, yeah.
It's so funny how small Puyol is.
What a player, though.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
This actually makes me very
what could have been?
nostalgic for how football. Like, I don't think there's like teams.
There's not a team like that of recognisable superstars, is there, at the
all
minute?
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
they're all-
agree.
They're all quite classy as well as an international team. Quite often with international teams, you have these sort of like all weird like live wires who are like the big standout
Yeah.
player in a team.
Yeah.
Like, particularly in the World Cup, you'll be like, oh, this country's got them, like Haaland for Norway, or like
Yes.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But they're quite awesome because they're all so
mega
sick.
stars, 100%.
Leeds have fucking just
They're flying.
done it. It's just come out. I'm really happy.
Farke his job was really under pressure, wasn't it?
I said this at the time, which is that Leeds fans were being, I think, a bit ridiculous. and that Farke had earned a bit more respect.
I think the issue with Leeds fans is that they're all pricks. I think that is the problem.
And actually, unironically, I quite respect how awful they are. Like they are very much like, we don't care.
It's a whole thing, isn't it? We are Leeds, we are vile. They all hate Leeds, we all hate Leeds.
Obviously, I'm a United fan, so I'm going to say
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
you especially hate them. That's the thing. I think, United and Leeds particularly, but I think nobody goes, oh, I'd quite like to see Leeds do well.
Yeah, no, I every time they come into the Prem, I want them to go down.
They have quite an, generally speaking, entitled fan base.
Yeah, I am really happy for Dominic Calvert-Lewin though, because the talent's obviously there. It was one of them where no one else picked him up. You know what I mean? There were teams that could have gone for him. United definitely could have gone in for him.
Yeah, I said on the last one we spoke about him, I said the Leeds fan I spoke to, and he was like, "Oh, I said you'll absolutely be kissing his arse." And and there was a United fan, and I said, United should be going for him. Yeah. He will get goals. If you can keep him fit, he'll get you goals.
Even if he's just a squad player for United, he would have been phenomenal.
Yeah, but good off the bench, coming in.
Yeah.
The thing is like when we had Ancelotti, and Ancelotti literally said, if he's fit, like, just concentrate on being in the box and putting the ball in the back of the net. He's so good. He's so good in the air. He can finish.
I tell you the daft thing. He might end up going to the World Cup.
He could easily.
I'd like him to go.
No, but you're saying no, right? Kane's obviously going to go. Watkins is having an all right season, but not like... He's
having a great season.
Who's that second striker that you take behind?
Yeah, it's true, actually. Calvert-Lewin would be a good shout for
obviously,
that.
Tony's off playing in Saudi. There isn't a second striker where you're like, that is the absolute number 9 or whatever.
Yeah, if Kane gets injured,
then
especially because Tony again has absolutely fucked it by going to Saudi.
Yeah,
but I'd be happy.
There isn't another name that goes, oh, you're definitely taking him instead of Calvert-Lewin.
And he will get if you can keep him fit. I think he's largely so underrated. He's been obviously really unfortunate with injuries, and then at Everton when he was fit, we were playing in this system where he couldn't do much with what he had. He could win the ball and hold the ball up, but then he's on his own. So it was really tough for him. But I think I really, as much as it's Leeds, and I wanted him to stay at Everton. I'm happy for him because he's a great lad, you know. Like,
talking about him going to the World Cup, I'm actually I feel like I've missed a name off, but there isn't someone, is there?
No, I don't know.
It is Watkins, I guess, isn't it?
Watkins... Roger B's a 10.
Yeah. He's flying, but you want like a centre forward, don't you? And
I think, there aren't. This is a classic thing to talk about. It's like there aren't that many centre forwards anymore. You know, there aren't your sort of
your classic number 9s.
You know, you just go, oh yeah, we've got Heskey. You know, we've got all these boys that can just sort of come out of the woodwork. Yeah, I'm with you now. Now you've said that, I'm actually thinking, who would you take over him? I think Calvert-Lewin is, he's not on the plane.
No.
But I'd say he's maybe at check-in at the airport. Or
he'd need to continue this form, stay fit, and obviously play a couple of games before that, I guess.
He'd have to play the next international break. If he's in that squad, will be
He'll be being looked at, won't he? For sure. Like
6 goals in 5 games,
and against like the top teams as well. It's not like he scored against some really, really top opposition. So I'm happy for him. I wish he was still at Everton, but I'm happy for the lad. Like, yeah.
Awesome. I brought in this week. So the under-fire Celtic manager Wilfred Nancy has responded to criticism for his poor start by claiming that he knows Scottish football because he nearly joined Carlisle United as a player. So I thought it was particularly close to home for you, Pete, obviously, as a former Carlisle.
I actually work for BBC Cumbria quite often. That is absolutely hilarious.
So good.
Obviously, Carlisle, very close to Scotland. Yeah. But known as the last city in England.
And also, it obviously is not Scottish football.
Yeah.
So
they play in English leagues. Yeah.
So there's no way. And also, the fact that he also didn't even join the club. Like, so even on top of that, his logic is bizarre anyway. He's like, I know loads about cooking because I nearly went to a steak restaurant once. You know, like, it's just a bizarre logic. He's a very weird guy. And he has had, they won at the weekend. 3-1. He needed that 4 defeats in a row.
I didn't see that. I missed that.
4 defeats in a row, and they were already turning and being like, get out already. He's come from this mad Columbus Crew or something. Like, where have they found him? But I just think that's great. And it shows the lack of respect for the Scottish leagues that we were actually accused of.
Well, yeah, we got quite a lot of shit for this online, didn't we? We posted a TikTok and an Instagram reel about Scottish football. My point was, it was the contrast between how passionate the fans were and how shit the football was. A lot of people actually made the point where there's a correlation there. So their football hasn't been diluted by money,
Yeah.
meaning the football isn't great, but also meaning the passion remains.
He's still there, yeah.
And in a serious thing, like, that is, you love to see that, like, where, you know, they're not getting the investment from the crazy television
That's
money
it.
and stuff.
No.
So it's not a reflection of, like, if they did, then the Scottish division would be like the Premier League. But the fact that those fans go and they sing and bring all kinds of, like, passion and competitiveness with each other and all that, like, you've got to respect it. And actually, that is the thing we whinge about, that VAR and this, you know, it feeling like, and there's a narration to it all, and so we apologise. And we would love to see you in the FA Cup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone said as well, someone had some go at me because I was wearing Plymouth shirt, and they were like, "Oh, some Plymouth fan talking about Scottish football as if it's not good." It's like, I know
I thought
what
Plymouth was in Scotland.
literally the opposite.
He actually knows a lot about Scottish football because he almost joined Plymouth once.
I know my team are bad.
Yeah.
You know, everyone should just accept that. But no, it was a very odd. But thank you for getting involved. It was quite a good comment section.
I did. I actually enjoyed and agreed with quite a lot of what they're saying. You know what I mean? There's certainly certain parts of Scottish football that I would envy.
Yeah.
The lack of money being one of them.
Yeah.
The quality not one of them.
No.
But you know, that's
also too many 12 p.m. kickoffs. Too many
Yeah.
12 p.m. kickoffs. In
That's the same in the women's football. Again, it's because it doesn't have, you know, if they're like, we're going to put money into it, you're going to have to play by our rules. And I'm always fucking knackered. You have to be there like 3 hours before the kickoff as well.
I think they do the 12 p.m. kickoffs in Scotland for a different reason.
So I've got a little segment this week, as it's, you know, Christmas. Christmas jumpers, as you can see, Ted's got a lovely one on here.
I do.
And I found some absolutely brilliant football, some brilliant, some not so good football Christmas jumpers. So I want to show you my picks of the ones I've seen. This is a classic. It is a red Christmas jumper. It's got Mary with baby Jesus and Roy Keane as Joseph, and it says, "What a baby," which I have obviously one of his things isn't.
Beautiful.
What a baby.
Beautiful.
Baby. So I'm a big fan of that.
That is great. I also, Roy Keane, I'm in two minds about how Roy Keane sort of would behave at the Nativity, because it could go either way, because he could be quite, you know, aggressive about the fact it's in a stable. It's like, it's just terrible. You know, the thing he does was goes just poorly organised, you know, that sort of thing. But then he could also have a sort of, you know, odd streak of who are all these people. You know, he didn't like when the massage people got involved. I can imagine him being the same with like the shepherds, being like, who are these people?
I also just don't know how he would feel about the Immaculate Conception. Or, you know what I mean?
He wouldn't be having that,
I'm not sure he'd believe that. You know what I mean? I don't
do
know.
me a favour.
Do me a
favour.
Yeah, that'd come out.
I like these. I wish I could do a Roy Keane impression.
Yeah. Same. I love him. He's just the crank that I think we all, no matter who you support, you've got to love.
But he'd go back to work the next day because, you know, he wouldn't have had the baby.
Yeah, sure.
She had the baby,
yeah.
didn't he?
Yeah, famously so, Ted.
So that was one of the ones. Got a couple more for you. These ones, so I actually quite like the Everton one, based on a 90s classic.
The Everton one's really nice.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a Christmas jumper, though, because...
It's more like a kit, isn't it?
Are there some little trees on it, Lucas? I can't really see.
I think that instead
Christmas
of like,
trees?
you know, instead
Can we
of...
have a zoom in?
No, it's like the waves. Oh, maybe actually. Yes. Forgive me, I didn't even know
the
that.
Everton one.
They are little detailed Christmas trees. So we're giving it.
That's a
Everton.
Christmas jumper.
That's a Christmas jumper.
That is fully... I would say if it didn't have that, I would say it's just a...
I enjoy what I call a sly Christmas jumper.
Yeah.
Where you can't tell off
like
the
this
bat.
one.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, very much
Exactly.
under the radar.
Yeah.
100%. And then it's got it where I think where the sponsor of the brand would be, it says Crimbo, because of course that's like a Liverpudlian thing. The West Ham one, I am not a fan of at all.
No,
I'm
horrible.
forever blowing baubles. That's poor, isn't it?
He looks
I think.
so gutted to have to be modelling it as well.
Yeah,
It's quite,
he
quite a
knows it's
classic.
shit.
Yeah.
Certain things aren't worth 90 grand a week. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Your dignity. This one, I think we'll all enjoy. Thank
great.
Farke, it's Christmas, and it is, of course,
Great.
Daniel Farke. So that was one that I did like. Leeds are getting a thumbs up, although I don't think it's on there.
It doesn't look, I would say it doesn't look official.
No.
It looks very...
Well, it's got the AI font,
yeah.
hasn't it? It's
Yeah.
got the chat. It's got
Yeah.
the Chat GPT
It's
font.
a chat,
I think.
yeah.
It has, but still a very wearable
We'll take it.
jumper, I
Yeah.
would say. This one doesn't really
Jacket full
work.
of
I guess a sack full of presents. But surely it's hope you get a sack... Hang on.
I think they've gone for, I hope you get a sack full of presents.
They should have done Saka.
Yeah, hope you get Saka. Well, it's not Sunderland,
It's
I guess.
Sunderland. And what I love about this one is
also,
they are just so desperate to get Xhaka in to the Christmas jumper because he's been so good that they're like, Sir Xhaka, what's that? Sort of like sack.
You don't need full of, because what you want is, I hope you get a Xhaka
presents.
like a sack of presents, right?
Yeah.
Because full of, hope you get a sack full of presents. It's like
of presents.
Sack full of presents.
It's quite a war.
Sorry, Yaya.
Yeah. You know, I hope you get a sack full of presents. But you know, I like the thought behind it.
That's what I enjoyed, is the fact that they were like, just get him on a jumper. But yeah, I always enjoy a Christmas club jumper.
Yeah,
it's good. If you've seen any great ones online, send them in.
Please do.
Put them in the comments. What are the great Christmas jumpers going at the moment? That one is lovely.
Right, should we take a break? I'm going to go. I might have a Bovril, actually.
Yeah, I
Ooh,
might
it's
try
Bovril weather.
Crimbo Bovril. Right, we'll be back shortly. See you soon. Right, welcome back to the Knockabout podcast.
We're all smiling through the agony of having no Bovril. Woo! But
Lucas has fucked it, mate. He's fucked it.
I can't get it over the border to Ipswich, right? So I'm going straight to the train station. I didn't pack it.
We'll let you off this once. Christmas is ruined, but never mind. It is big debate time. So, Pete, you've got one for us this week.
Yeah, I reckon we should go for the big debate. Which team will be happiest going into Christmas? Yeah, Christmas is always this thing in the Premier League, isn't it? Of
Who's top at Christmas?
Who's top at Christmas? How what does that mean going forward? There's certain stats about teams that are top at Christmas going on to win the league.
Yeah,
quite a popular thing. But yeah, is it even halfway through the season Christmas, or do we just sort of count it as halfway through the season because it's a break sort of thing?
It basically is.
Right. Okay.
19 games is half a season,
Yeah.
and it's 17 games now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's sort of by the end of Christmas you're at 19 games effectively.
And also
you?
it depends when Christmas is, because sometimes it will be 19 games, right? Just because of the timings. That's a great question.
So which team will be happiest going into Christmas this year? I'm going to start off a little bit contentious. Don't think it's Arsenal, because I think they're a little bit fearful of City and stuff. I think it's got to be Villa.
Surely.
Yeah.
6 wins,
Villa
or 6
got
wins
to
in a
be.
row? 7 wins in a row now?
Yeah.
They are flying. Like, we spoke in the early days of the podcast, we sort of were laughing at them about how they hadn't scored a goal, and they were just, they couldn't score. Was
That's
it 5, 6, 7 games?
Wasn't
they couldn't
happening.
score?
Emery's had some huge wins, especially like, you know what I mean?
Arsenal.
Going back to his old club and stuff, where he was sort of ridiculed there, wasn't he, as a manager a little bit. Going and getting results places like that, just phenomenal. Yeah.
Well, also, but what's weird about them is they're not really blowing teams away, though. So they've won a lot, but they've only won 2 games, not by a 1-goal margin.
Just quickly, they've won 10 games in a row.
Isn't that
Wow.
insane?
That's it in all competitions.
Yeah,
10 games in a row.
That
They
takes some doing.
They beat Fulham and then just sort of started doing really well.
Yeah.
But if you look, Fulham and there's one other are the only 2 games they've won by more than 1 goal.
It's so funny
it's
as well.
Really weird.
You only have to go
Yeah.
back to October when they were getting beaten by go-ahead Eagles. Like, they weren't having a great time at the start of the season. It wasn't happening for them. They certainly weren't scoring goals when it first happened. But yeah, they got beaten by go-ahead Eagles. Obviously, they got beaten by Liverpool, who at the time weren't even having a great time themselves.
Yeah.
And then since then they've just gone on a heck of a run.
I wonder what he's specifically done or said. Because obviously, like, I have some experience of football management from the game Football Manager.
Sure. Yeah,
But it's very rare I go on a completely disastrous run on that, because I'm quite good. And often, like, my older shot team, I could just, that was a tough season anyway, so it was fine. But, like, what is it you say when you're on a bit of a bad run of form and you go, hey, what on earth are we actually doing
I thought about this today. How is the Wolves manager? Remind me of his name.
Rob Edwards.
Rob Edwards, of course. What is he saying in the changing room now? Like, what can he possibly say to try? I know he's in a far worse position than
my rogue one for
Villa
a group that I don't think they'll be the happiest, but a group that I think will be quite happy are Wolves fans, because you are down.
Yeah.
Like, you are down now. There is no way you are staying up.
Okay.
Leeds hit form. So you can kind of just be like, right, okay, we will next year. Let's just enjoy our last year in the Prem.
We're having a banter season.
We're having
Yeah.
a banter season. I've never had, as Argyle, as a fan, a proper banter season. Because even the Rooney bit where we were bottom of the league and shipping goals, we weren't out of touch that it was like, what's going to happen?
Where you just
Whereas
go, fuck it.
Would you still go to games? my mate was saying this. I don't know if what point I'd just stop going to watch Wolves.
Well, I mean, Wolves were on 2 points, so nearly halfway through the season, Wolves were on 2 points. Remind us what Derby? What's the lowest?
Derby's points total.
It was 10, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure it was 10.
I think it was 10.
So that's what they're going to be aiming for. Imagine if they get to 10 points on
It's
the last
11 points, I think. Derby.
11.
Oh, 11.
All right. Imagine if they get to 12 on the last game of the season. They're relegated, but they are going to celebrate as though it's the greatest thing ever to not have that lowest ever points.
Would you want to be the worst?
I'd want to have it.
Would you? You'd want that sort of.
But I guess because I'm not like so aggressive in like I don't have that macho thing of I just think it'd be so funny to be like, do you know what? Plymouth Argyle's big thing, the biggest city never to have had a team in the Premier League. I always think that's really funny.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I'd love it if we were known, for being the worst team ever in the history of the Premier League. It'd be like, that is a funny period
because
of our
at least
lives.
then you've got something, isn't it? Like you're not just like, oh god, they're terrible. It's like you just own it. You get to a point, and again, like I am the same with Everton. You'd self-deprivating, especially the seasons where things were really bad. You get to a point where it's so bad that even though we were all very distressed, because if we got relegated, it would have been probably administration. We just all kind of, when we'd concede, I'd turn around to the Gladys and we'd just start fucking laughing.
Yeah.
Because you almost go, like, you just go to the point, or like we'd make a fucking awful mistake and you just like look at each other and go, and just burst into laughter because you just like, oh well, Everton, that isn't it? So I think Wolves, I think that's a great point. Like, are they just going to go, we'll have a freaking great Christmas?
If I was a Wolves fan, I'd go, do you know what? We've absolutely randomly brought in Rob Edwards for no reason. He's clearly here for next season.
To bring him back up.
Oh, it's stupid from him. All right, but so a season ticket in the Billy Wright Centre of Wolves of Molineux is £939. That means that per point they've got at home, it is £939.
Oh my God.
And total points, obviously, in both games. But you'll have to pay extra for your away ticket. That's not included. So let's say 30, well, Premier League caps 30 quid. So 30 quid on top of that. So £969.
That is awful.
Per point. I mean, it's so funny.
So you reckon Wolves will be quite happy? I'm going Aston Villa. What are you saying, Sarah? The team, the fan base that'll be happiest going into Christmas.
And how are you feeling at the moment as an Everton fan?
Yeah, I think you must feel all right.
I feel sound, like for Everton one first, and I'll give you my team. I think like for Everton, like it just feels quite comfortable, which to be honest is
you've not had in a while.
Not had in a long time. So it's like even the last couple of games, obviously we lost 1-0 to Arsenal. It was a penalty. We could have had a pen, but it wasn't like like really angry. Chelsea lost 2-0. It's like, is it like it's a shame? But it's just sound. Like we want to be getting results. Ultimately, we want to try and get back to, if we could get Europa Conference League, for example, in the next few years, would be amazing.
Yeah.
But now, just to not be biting our nails down to the fucking bone is really, really pleasant.
But also, it is, again, we say so much. It's so tight.
Yeah,
24, 26, 23.
You win 2 in a row.
5 off 5th.
Yeah.
You're 5 off 5th. You win your next game and you go up to 7th, potentially. And suddenly the season's there. But who do you think will be happiest?
That's it. And again, it's the missing element, dying Kieran Dewsbury Hall. But anyway, enough about Everton. Sunderland for me.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, good shout.
I think that, obviously, I think they lost on the weekend just past and that, but like, who would have thought? Are they 7th?
They drew 0-0 with Brighton.
Oh, did they?
A classic thriller.
Was it? See,
Do you know
I
what
was
it
a
is
bit
with
out of it
Sunderland?
this weekend.
If you've just come up like Sunderland have, all you're going to be doing is just looking below going, look at those teams that we came up with. We could have been them this season.
100%.
We're having a
Sunderland
great
have 25
time.
more points than Wolves.
That's insane. And of course, if we look more recently, winning the Tyne-Wear derby due to a Voltemada own goal.
Hilarious.
Like, they're just in absolute dreamland. And what I will say for them as well is like the atmosphere that they generate at Stadium of Light. It gives you goosebumps. Like, that is amazing.
Yeah,
to
it
see.
is now. It is now. Now they're back in the Premier League. It's really good atmospheres, aren't they?
Not when there was 12,000 of them in.
What was that when we beat you 3-1 a couple of years ago? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Was it like that there when they went down a few?
It was, and I kind of get it, but it was staggeringly empty.
Yeah.
Was it?
And I like.
But does
Sunderland.
it feel more empty though because it's such a big stadium?
Well, it felt empty because it's empty.
No, but like, how many were in? Was there still 20,000 in, and you're there going, actually,
I think
this
Sunderland.
would be great.
To be fair, I think Sunderland's gates were between sort of 15,000 and 25,000,
Which is still good for the league,
but,
right?
True, but I'm always like, I have my little bit of, well, just go to your team. You support your team anyway.
You do go, and that's I think like your team is your team, and you're so passionate about it that even if things go really bad, you still go. You don't just down to. It's like your family. Like you might have a big argument with one of your siblings or whatever, but you don't go, right, that's it. I'm not.
It's weird, isn't it?
You know,
because like who.
What else are you doing?
Where were they going?
Yeah, exactly. What are you doing?
Like, it's not like now that stadium is filled with tourists. Like no one's on holiday in Sunderland to go.
It's people who have just been like, show up. I get you might be like, oh, I don't want to watch. I do remember once my friend Ivan had come to a game and at Plymouth Argyle, and this woman in front was like, he was being like, please shake sort of out, or like that, and this woman in front turned around trying to be sweet and nice, going, well, and she was obviously a season ticket holder, went, well, at least you don't have to watch that every week. And he went, well, neither do you. Olive branch snapped.
Yeah, literally, and shoved.
In terms of the reverse, very quickly, who's going to be least happy? I would argue possibly Spurs. I think Spurs have had a dreadful season.
Yeah.
And everyone thought the whole point of Frank was like it was going to be a sort of step up.
They're in the Champions League and now.
But they've not been vague in the Champions League. They're having a really poor season. They've lost 4 of their last 6 games. Right? And quite bad losses as well. They've been kind of apathetic.
I actually think West Ham might be really displeased.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
I'll start that again, Lucas. Some professionalism, please. I actually think West Ham might be a little bit unhappy in the sense that their manager is someone when you get Nuno, you kind of go, he's done a fucking great job recently. He's taken people some great places. Yeah. He's going to rock us up there. They're sat with 13 points in the relegation zone.
That's a very good point,
Forest
actually.
play tonight. Yeah. If Forest get a result at Fulham, I mean, I hope Fulham win, obviously, but if Forest get a result, they're in danger of being cut adrift.
Do you know what I mean? It's West Ham fans, I think, will be sat there going, actually, I think we thought this was going to be a lot better when that new manager came in.
But I mean, in terms of the season, I mean, I think those 3 that are there now will go down. Yeah. I can't see how they stay up, really.
You think Dyche keeps Forest up?
It's a bit of a shame to have 2 teams that wear the exact same colour go down. That feels a bit unfair.
Yeah, but then Villa are like making up for it.
That's
in
true.
the, you know what I mean?
Villa are actually 3 teams that wear claret and blue is a bit ridiculous.
It's a bit of overkill.
How much do you reckon West Ham fans are wishing they'd just kept hold of
Do you know about this, by the way? If West Ham get relegated, I have to pay,
What?
I have to pay 50p or something because of the taxing system of the London Stadium.
No.
I have to pay.
Because you live in London?
Because I live in London, for the stadium, I have to pay like 50p or something. What was it?
50p. I love it. You're making it sound like they come round and collect it from you.
It is Jared Bowen in his forever blowing baubles jumper.
It's just like, if the West Ham, here we go, Ham. Exactly how many it is I'll see if I can't find it. I won't waste everyone's time.
That is shit though, isn't it? Because like, if you think it'd be like you having to give 50p for City for their 115 charges or whatever to get more lawyers.
I know 50p isn't a lot of money, but it's ridiculous.
It's the principle.
That I have to pay 50p to West Ham United because they're shit.
Yeah. And like you
so
said,
annoying.
Nuno, you'd think I'd overlooked kind of actually that whole
the fact that
situation.
Nuno was there and
they're 13 points.
Yeah.
I think.
What is the reason you have to pay, by the way?
Sorry, mate.
It's to do with the London. I'll have a look at this properly.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's a funny point about Nuno. Guardiola slightly ruined this theory because now they're coming back. I think the years of the bald manager are going.
Oh, you reckon they're gone?
I think it's hair all the way.
I was just about to move into management as well, so that is really
Unai Emery, Arteta.
It will switch again.
Black dye. Unai Emery, Arteta, black dye. That's the way forward.
What about Dyche?
Fake bald.
But he's fake bald.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? Cultural appropriation is what it is.
Well, quite.
Yeah.
But Reggie Libby's the Sunderland manager. Black slick hair. I think it's a black slick-haired manager.
Slick-haired managers.
So why do I have to pay?
I think you say, why do black slick-haired managers win leagues?
So everyone in London has to pay 2 million to 2.5 million a year, basically. If
That's
West Ham
crazy.
get for as long as they are in the stadium below, because the stadium contract there was no break clause if they got relegated. I don't quite know exactly how that works.
I don't either, but I think it's absolutely farcical. I
Bizarre.
really do.
So to wrap it up, who are we saying happiest and least happy fan base?
Happiest, I think we've got to go Sunderland or Villa.
I'd say Sunderland because you're in.
I think Sunderland because it was so unexpected.
Yeah.
Villa have been bouncing for a while, really, haven't they?
Yeah,
I
and
think Sunderland's a shout, Sarah.
Yeah, Sunderland. We'll say Sunderland because who foresaw this happening and made up for them.
Least happy.
I would even throw Liverpool if you just said I know they've had a few wins now in the league, so they've got a bit better, but they would have thought after the signings they got in the summer, they would be right up there again. And,
that's a great shout right at the end, because you're right. You've spent all that money. You've had this terrible run.
Huge money. They're signings they don't usually make.
Yeah, well, thank God for Coutinho. It's the thing.
That money's still going out there.
I'm gonna say least happy. I actually think Spurs.
Yeah.
I think to be 13th again as Spurs playing dreadful.
With a
At least
great
with
manager.
Ange, it was funny.
Yeah.
There was some comedy value.
At least his press conferences were
I know
funny.
there was. Oh yeah. Oh, they were. I miss him so much.
Special. Right, we're going to move on now. I've brought something new for us this week. I'm going to go for, and this is a feature we're going to continue when we're back, Pete's Wally of the Week.
Right.
Ooh.
Someone who's been a bit of a dickhead, a bit of an idiot sometimes. Now, I didn't have one specifically from this week. So to launch Pete's Wally of the Week, I'm bringing you the ultimate Wally of all time within football.
Just
I
before
like
we
it.
play
Nice.
this, so the segment Wally of the Week,
Yeah.
we're off to a flyer with not from the week.
Yeah, well, it's Christmas. I don't want to do anyone down, mate.
It's the hard launch.
End of the year. Yeah, we're going big. So Alex Song at Barcelona is my Wally of the Week.
Yeah.
Ted, do you want to? You're quite good at explaining these sort of things. Explain what's going on in this video, Ted.
Eric Abidal, the centre-back of Barcelona, had recovered from cancer.
Yes. Barcelona
and
had
so
just won.
Puyol had just won the league.
Yeah.
And he comes over to give it to Eric Abidal so that he's cheers. But Alex Song thinks it's for him for absolutely no reason. And Alex Song is a pure squad player in this
Oh
year.
my God, it's the cringiest
It's
moment
so
of
cringy.
all
And it's like, why?
time.
It's so funny to think, I guess you want to lift it, but why would you think that's
Why
for
would you think it's for you? Why wouldn't you look around and go, let me check who else is here?
And my
had
teammate that
Yeah.
had cancer and recovered from it.
Jesus.
That's outstanding. I was never aware of this happening. That's
I
so
remember it was
funny.
so funny.
So for me, he's the ultimate football Wally.
Yeah.
So that's what I've launched Wally of the Week with. You see what I'm doing
I
now?
like that.
I think this is also quite good for you because you'll have something to do during the week when your
what's-
kids are.
What's this
kids
meant
at
to
school
mean?
stuff. Is that you're going to be like, oh, you'll be googling weirdos. at
Coming
football.
from my most unemployed friend, Ted, that is quite offensive.
Bro's just bought Odeon Limitless because he knows he's got a lot more time coming up.
How much is Odeon Limitless?
Do you know what? Seriously, ticket for Odeon, $16.49. Odeon Limitless a month, $16.99. I've been to 5 films with Odeon Limitless.
What?
You'd be a fool not to,
No,
mate.
seriously, and by the way, other cinemas are available.
Yeah.
But
We're not the BBC,
but
this is not, mate.
Other
Fuck 'em.
Limitless,
Yeah.
but not. I fucking
For the
love
same
Odeon Limitless.
price.
Yeah, mate, I'm going to all these fucking movies. I'm going to see Avatar.
Oh my God,
just
there's some
clarify,
great
the
films
most
out there.
unemployed man. The most. I fear for him next month.
It's gonna be good because what will happen is I will come up with new and exciting creative projects.
I thought you were going to say I will get a job, and that didn't even come close.
I need to make tour show starts. We're absolutely fine. Really. But yeah, anyway, that's great.
Famously a moneymaker. Comedy, small time venues of comedy tour shows.
Shout out Unity Theatre Liverpool for having a very, very, very high booking fee. Great fun.
Right, Le Bum. Let's have a look at Le Bum. This week isn't done, but I'm excited to look at it, guys.
I know why, Pete.
I'll tell you why I'm excited to look at this, because the hot dog is top of the league.
You are.
So this is
you've
Pete's
won.
Soggy Pie.
Yes,
I
you're right.
have actually won. No one can catch me. Pete's Soggy Pie, I've won. A sweet 27 quid coming my way sometime on Tuesday or Wednesday, just in time to buy my wife's Christmas present. Some big scores this week. I tell you what's done my head in, Lucas.
Here we go.
Few weeks ago, if you'd got 96 points, you'd be cleaning up on Pete's Soggy Pie and on the
Yep.
Knockabout podcast
Where
group.
are
Yeah.
you in?
Since we fucking invited every and his dog to the podcast group. Sorry, is that allowed in there?
It'll get bleeped.
Since we've invited every prick and his dog to the podcast group, I am almost 30 points off the top.
I know. Gaza 2 and Nish 19 rears their head again.
He
Is that your mate, Nish 19?
Yeah, he's a shit switch fan.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
So Nish and Gaza have got 1, 2, 3.
he is also a Liverpool
4.
fan, actually.
Oh,
Four-
mate, you can't have 2 teams. Sorry, Niche.
No, it's not right.
It's not.
They've got 4
Correct results.
correct results
And 1 correct score.
and 4 correct
Correct
scores.
scores and 1 correct.
1 correct result.
And there's loads
Amazing.
of people on
And
90
that's a-
as well.
Ted's got 2 teams. Wait a minute.
No,
he?
I don't. I support...
Plymouth's your team.
Plymouth is my team. I like Fulham.
Okay.
And I go to Fulham. But I appreciate, thank you, Lucas, for calling me out on that. But I also think you can have a local team that you... If your local team is a Premier League team, doesn't really count, I guess.
Just to clarify though, I usually 110 points at this stage with the game to go, you'd have been up there on the universe.
100%.
I think they must have been quite predictable scores this week.
Right.
Well, no.
Well, not
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Fucking texture.
But Leeds 4-1 Palace.
But my point is, the top of the universe right now is at 142 points.
No
There
way.
is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on 142 points.
Imagine if you had that many and you're sharing it.
Fuming.
That's insane.
Absolutely
It's quite
fuming.
exciting actually between Gaza 2, Nish 19 and Batha because they can all still win and they've all put different scores for the game, but also Gaza and Nish have put opposite results.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
gosh, yeah.
I think Nish, by the way, is onto something. I put 2-1 for. I think Fulham will do it tonight. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we've put the same. I'm obviously clearly, as always, miles behind, but I was just happy that we got.
As ever.
I got 2. I actually, do you know what's wild though? There's been weeks where I've got loads of correct results, but just not the scores, and I only got 2 correct score lines, but that's
A weird
not
thing
bad.
A weird thing
for
about
me.
the bomb is when right at the beginning you go, okay, I've got the first result wrong.
Yeah.
There's a bit where your heart slightly sinks and you go, I'm out of the universe. And so all my focus becomes on Pete's soggy pie.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
Between us.
Because I got the first result wrong this weekend and I went, that's me out of the universe.
That's you
But
gone.
It actually isn't. It actually isn't. But it just felt like a sort of, I don't know.
What I would say though is that within a small group, if you're playing with a small group of people like we are, 6, 7, 8 people, something like that, you get 1, 2, 3 results wrong. It doesn't matter. You get the next 3 right. Suddenly, you're back in the game and you're top of your
It's
league.
huge. You can jump up so quickly, can't
Yeah.
you?
Oh,
you can.
massively! I was just laughing as well because I was chatting a little bit in the big group the other day, and there's somebody who's got their partner is in it as well, Danielle, which I noticed, which made me laugh.
Oh, really? They've got we've got our first Le Bon partnership
like couple,
in there.
and I was thinking
Will we all
like.
go to the Le Bon wedding?
Yeah, maybe. If we're not invited, I'll be fuming. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, he said something like, got to beat the missus. And she's like, it's a fix. I just thought that
I
was
hope he's talking
brilliant.
about Le Bon. Fucking hell. Sorry, Luke, you're going to have to take that out.
We do know how people get at football, don't we? It's so funny.
Sometimes the joke's just there, isn't it?
I know.
You've got to do it, mate.
But probably not. Fuck it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to then say, hey, man, it's not all right.
When I say it, can you go cut to 10
Can't
and
you do
laughing,
it? Yeah,
please?
laughing. Hey, man, that's not okay. That's like Will Smith at the Oscars when he went, oh, you know what? No, actually, it's not okay.
No, actually, mate, she just squeezed my leg. I'm going to come and slap
Yeah,
your
there's some
face.
great. We've got a little chat. I couldn't really message it this week because I was hammered trying to.
I thought you were going to say you were abroad again.
No, not this week. I was just Plymouth Argyle won 5-1, so I was in a particularly
No,
joyous
mate,
mood.
I
know.
overlooked. So now are we cleverly in? Are we pro?
He's the greatest manager of all time.
Yeah.
We
Is
need,
he?
we need to know what Cleverly did to turn things around.
Well, I think Derek Adams might have had something to do with it. He's our director of football that we've just brought in. We won 5-1 away. Every goal is the most League One goal ever
But
scored.
Yeah,
how
love
do you
that.
think he's changed? How would a director of football change things when
I
a
think he's
manager
taken
wouldn't?
some of the onus off Tom Cleverley.
Okay.
I think he's taken some of the extra jobs from a coach. We don't have a manager, we have a coach.
I
Right.
always found this really odd.
I know, I do. And I think it's a bit... not to be-
Everyone, back in the Fergie era, everyone used to be a manager.
dare we say,
Yeah.
utter
It's a bit-
woke nonsense.
I was
Utter woke
just gonna
nonsense,
say,
mate. Bring
I-
back Brexit football.
I agree. The manager of a team, Moyes is the manager, right?
Yeah,
rather than a
he
head
is.
coach now. Amarin is the head coach,
think he
isn't
is,
he?
yeah.
It feels a bit of a downgrade. It also then makes
We
you
had
go,
a director of football who we paid a lot of money to get from Newcastle and then fired him after 4 months.
Oh yeah, well
So,
that was very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, because I'm with you. The manager for me.
Yeah.
I always on Football Manager. You offer sometimes the club I manage will have a director of football involved, and you always get asked by these sort of fake journalists. You know, Tom Sparrow from local Yorkshire or whatever, will be like, "What do you think about working with the director of football?" And the stock answer is, "The more the merrier," or whatever. You know, working in it. But I'm like, what would it actually do?
Yeah,
like,
odd.
It's odd.
Very odd.
I'm with you, and I miss the managers.
Yes.
Bring
Right,
'em
let's
back.
get back to Le Bon. We went for the big bet last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Everton versus Arsenal. I went for 4-0
Yeah.
to Arsenal. Immediately, when I then went out to fill it in on my Le Bon, I was regretting it because I was like, well, it's not going to fucking happen, is it? So Sarah went for 2-2, which secretly meant that she thought Everton were going to lose, which was right. And Ted 2-0.
So I
Yeah.
went to so I win because I'm the
You
closest.
won the big bet. You were closest.
But
no
what
one takes the full points.
What I think,
I will
by the
say
way,
we should have had a penalty.
Doesn't matter. 2-0 as a result.
Why do they call you Bitter Blue?
How do I find... It's such a stupid thing to say. Where do I find my games again? I think... Why has it gone back to Serbia, England, Serbia? How?
It's because your phone is from 1986, Ted.
I actually have to dial up Le Bon and go.
You what? There's a snakes too.
Can you ring customer services, please?
And giving my results one by one over the phone.
Right, let's do big bet for next week. What are we going to go for next week?
Day,
Premier League. Let's do Boxing Day.
Newcastle United versus Manchester United.
It's a big one, that. At Newcastle, isn't it?
Yeah, it is at Newcastle, and I think both teams at the moment are in a weird kind of...
Yeah, no one really knows what to do with them.
So Boxing... Oh, no, it's at United, sorry. It's at
Old Trafford? My apologies. That does change
United,
things.
Newcastle, both a bit shit, but still the pick of them, to be
fair. But also
fair.
a bit shit, but also not atrocious for all teams.
There is another couple of games that look a little bit tasty.
Come on, go on.
Chelsea Villa. That'll be a decent game. But the one that I would actually like on form, Sunderland Leeds United.
Oh,
that's a decent game.
Is that the 27th?
That's the 28th. Sunday the 28th is that one. Can we do that for the big bet?
I
feel like that's a little bit more
I
fun, that one.
absolutely will be watching that via Sky Go. That's one of the all-time sat in the corners that I can't wait.
Yeah. All right. Sunderland versus Leeds at Sunderland Stadium Alight again.
Both form teams.
I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, that's a shot.
Calvert-Lewin to score both of Leeds to go.
That's a very good guess.
It's tough because obviously Sunderland have lost a lot of their players to the African Cup of Nations.
Oh,
yes,
and
she's coming in with the fucking knowledge.
But it does change, you know. But it is. I might go a shitty 0-0. You know, I'm going to go 0-0.
I think that's not a bad shout. So I will go for a result, and I'm actually going to give this to Leeds. And partly I'm going to give it to Leeds because I always think when promoted teams play each other, I always think form goes out the window more than it does for a derby.
Yeah.
Because you have these weird backstories from the season before when you all went up, which you don't really have if you're in the same league. You sort of, chalk it through. And I think Leeds are going to win 2-1.
All right.
Interesting.
Good shout.
I look
some
forward
goals
to that
in there.
game.
Some goals, and I'll give you Calvert-Lewin to score at least one.
All right, that's our big bet this week. Come and join us on Le Bon. We're having so much fun. It's a really great way to bet against your mates. If you set up a little group with your friends of playing Le Bon against each other, also come and join our one, the Knockabout League. If everyone plays in a knockabout week, it's £200 chucked in there, which is a great amount of cash.
And it's also like that kind of little community thing that you've got as well. We end up messaging, and it started out in our group like we're just messaging each other, and now I find like Player Rog I was chatting to. Big up Player Rog.
Big up Player Rog.
Because he was saying, I think it was him who said he'd had a terrible week as well, and I thought, friend.
I have to say,
it's great.
It's a bit gutting that there isn't more Boxing Day football this year, because the Boxing Day would be so good.
The Boxing Day.
Oh.
The Boxing Day is better.
The Boxing Day.
Come and get involved. It's loads of fun. That is almost it for the Knockabout this week. Before we go,
it's
Ted,
Christmas.
You wanted to show us a little Christmas special?
It's Christmas, and that means one thing: a quiz.
Oh no, it's going to be hard.
It actually is.
Yeah, I know. When it's going to be difficult.
These aren't things like who was the top scorer this year.
Yeah, okay.
These are things that I'm going to ask you both to guess, and whoever's the closest with the number wins.
Lovely. I like one of these.
So, the first question, and you're going to take it in turns for each one. Mm-hmm. The first question, there are 6 questions for some reason. How many empty seats were there at the Club World Cup group stage? Nearest wins.
Total.
Can we find out what the capacity was of the overall stadium?
Nah, you got to try and work that out.
I didn't watch it because as soon as they started doing individual player intros with smoke machines and shit, I thought this isn't for me.
No, it was awful.
Should I go first?
Yeah.
Oh, go on, give capacity.
No, it's fine. No, because that too much. I'm going to go for 24,000.
24,000 empty seats in the total group stage.
In the total group stage. Sorry. Group stage, let's go for 130,000.
130,000.
140,000.
If it was 130,000, we'd be in luck for a bit of fun. But it's 423,000 empty seats.
Wow.
And they sold, so the capacity total is genuinely about 1 million.
Yeah.
And they sold 537,000 or something and 422.
Wow.
Great one. Right, Sarah. Sarah, you've got to answer first next time.
I think that's fair because that was a
Otherwise,
proper
we're going to shit out.
But it could have gone the other way.
Yeah, because you do win by being closer, but it's a pathetic win.
Yeah, I think you need to go with what you actually. We should be writing them down. Is what we should be doing.
I did know I was being a twat then.
Right.
Sorry.
No changing your answers. I'm going to make you lock them in mentally.
Lock them in mentally.
Right. How many goals has Harry Kane scored this season so far? And you get a bonus for in how many games in all competitions.
Shit,
this season, not this calendar year.
This season.
Okay.
I'm going to say 24.
All right, I was going to go 30.
But you're bang on. 30
Wow.
goals. But in 24 games.
Great.
Isn't that nuts?
That is
That's
mental.
insane.
You know, that is that's a
It's a farmers' league.
We've both got the right numbers.
Yeah.
Wow.
But to be fair, that's being kind to me because I forgot it was a 2-part question and I just went 24. Calvert-Lewin would have 60.
Okay. Plymouth Argyle, my football team, who I support, knocked Liverpool out the FA Cup this year.
Sure.
How much percentage
Love
did
this.
we have that game?
28%.
I'm actually going to go like 19.
Yeah, it should have been less than 28.
It's 25%.
Oh!
Yeah, there we go. Well done.
Come
Pete.
on, the hot dog!
The hot dogs run away with it. Hot dogs on a roll.
Excellent.
Okay. How much was spent by the Premier League clubs this summer?
Fuck.
Nearest wins.
Sarah first.
How much was spent by the Premier League clubs this year? Well, Liverpool alone is $500 million. I'm going to go 6 billion.
I was going to go for $1 billion.
3 billion.
Oh.
So you're closer, but again, it's a bit of a shame, really. It's 3.87 billion.
Yeah.
3.087 billion.
Wow.
That's so much fucking
That
money.
is so much money.
That is so much money.
And now I'm going to have to pay 50p to West Ham when they go down. And, there's these billions.
They're not
that we
coming
could
to
use.
collect it, mate.
It
Don't worry.
doesn't make sense.
All right, 3-1 the hot dog. You play
3
for
on the hot
pride.
dog. Right.
Oh, that went a long time
There
ago.
were 2
Pete.
questions left. So
Oh,
we
2
could
questions
we could
left. Right, okay.
We could end. Oh no, 3 questions left. It's all to play for.
All
Sorry.
to play for.
Although I think you win if you win, isn't it? Okay. How many days exactly was Ange Postecoglou at Forest?
Oh, that's a tough one because I can't actually remember. Was he? No. Because he came at 130.
I'm going to go about 70.
130 is mental. That's 4 months.
Was he not there for 4 months?
He was there for 39 days.
Oh, my God. I was thinking
39
through.
days.
I thought he'd got there like at the start of summer and then.
No, because he came in because they sacked
Of course he
Nuno.
did. Of course, they
He
sacked
came in and
Nuno.
And then, so 2 last questions. That's
Yes,
crazy.
of
39
course.
days.
That's obscene. I was thinking about 10 games, so I just went like,
Yeah, I
you know what I
totally
mean?
blew that. Totally blew that.
Arsenal, how many 1-0 wins have they had in 2025 in the Premier
Oh,
League?
God. Are you going first
You're going
or me?
first.
How many games? I'm going to say 7.
I was going to go 19.
Sarah, bang on. 7 1-0 wins for Arsenal this year. So it all comes down to this final question.
Oh, no.
How have I blown a 3-1 lead?
I know, that's staggering.
That is pathetic.
How many league games did Spurs win in 2025 before the start of this season? So how many
Right.
league games did they win under Ange Postecoglou
Okay.
from January to May? So 2 Ange questions.
League games. Okay. I am going to go for 6.
3. So Pete, from 3-1 up to losing 4-3, Christmas is ruined for Pete.
Istanbul.
He's
What
come-
the fuck?
I would do a knee slide.
Quiz
if I-
Istanbul.
Yeah, Quiz Campbell.
Thank you very much for that,
Fucking
Ted.
Well, there you go. Congratulations, Sarah.
I have
The
blown
only
that
thing
so
I
badly.
will win this season, so
No.
I'm grateful. Celebratory. I'm
Right,
so
Merry
glad that
Christmas.
didn't hit the
Go
line.
fuck yourselves. All right. Right, that is it for the Knockabout for podcast this week. Been loads of fun getting this going this year. Thank you very much for listening. Like we said, we're going to be doing some shorter little podcasts through January. Give us a follow as well, Sarah, if you want, on all those sort of stuff.
Absolutely. please do give us a follow, give us a listen. It all makes a difference, and we genuinely are having so much fun doing and building this podcast and the community that we're seeing. And hopefully one of us will win on the universe. Yeah.
Christmas, goodwill, and cheer.
Oh God,
these two have brought out the Christmassy. It's out. You can tell I've just won a quiz. I'm feeling. It's my little thank you speech.
New episodes every Thursday. Listen wherever you get your podcast and watch the full episodes on YouTube. And God bless us.
Everyone.
Every bomb.
Oh!
See you again soon.